there. Thank you for hanging in. I'm Tom Martin. I know many of you have met many of you. I'm from the College of Charleston, and I'm going to just briefly, for those especially who are new to Page Up, the Page Society, which I'm also a member of the Page Society, for many years, the Page Society recognized Hall of Fame winners, recognized for their sort of career, lifetime achievement, and then also the Distinguished Service Award, which recognized their contributions to the profession. Page, just you saw the slides, if you were looking at the slides during the break, about celebrating 40 years of Page. It started in 1983. Well, guess what? We actually started in 2013, so this is technically our 10-year anniversary. We didn't make a big deal out of that. Steve mentioned it yesterday, but if you think about it, Page tends to celebrate long-time achievement, right? So 40 years, they made a huge deal out of that. But you know what? We're so busy getting the job done in Page Up, we don't have time to bother with anniversaries, right? We just keep moving forward. So in a similar way, the Innovation Award was prompted a few years ago because we said, we don't want to just recognize lifetime achievement as the Page Society does. Let's recognize current state innovation, things that people are doing right now to prepare for the future and to look ahead. And so that's really the nature of this award. We've now done it for a few years, and we're pleased to have a new recipient this year. And Ethan McCarty, my co-chair of the Innovation Award Committee, is going to tell you all about that and tell you who our winner is this year.
Thank you so much, Tom. It's like probably the best thing for me about the whole organization is that we are able as a group to come up with stuff that didn't exist yesterday in service of tomorrow. And like Tom said, just a few years ago, we didn't have such a thing. And for those of you who are new members, I think this is just indicative of what you can do Page Up. If there's something that you think we should have, well, we can just make it, and that's what we've done here. So what I would like to do is I'd like to first start off just by saying that once again, we got some really, really great entries. We would, of course, always love to have more of them and have them earlier, but we had some really great entries. And as was the case last year, it really came down to two. And so we rather than one, and we did end up deciding to recognize two. But before I get into that, I do want to just thank the committee that got behind the effort. And I don't know, do we have everybody's names up here? Great. So thank you all who served on the committee for not only going out and soliciting entries, but going through and doing the judging. And we try to make it a pretty light lift, as we do try to make the submission process a pretty light lift. But even so, it represents time out of people's days to go and do that work. And so thank you very much for that. So I want to start off by saying that we have a special honorable mention. And the honorable mention goes to Chris Callis of NAM. So if you can just stand and be recognized, Chris. Chris, I'm going to I do want you at some point to share, and we're going to do maybe like a little article or something so everybody can get the details. But high level, Chris's submission was for a program called Many Creators Wanted. And, you want to talk about a future orientation. It was an effort to enlist more young people in the profession, in the professions of skilled trades and manufacturing. They did an experiential activation that resulted in 84% of the 11,000 students who participated having a increased interest in careers in manufacturing. And then also the organization started off with a group of sponsors that had committed $4 million to this program. And by its endpoint, by the time it was mature, that had ballooned to $13 million committed to the program. So that is just real future orientation. And one of the things that came up in our operating committee meeting on Wednesday was we actually do think that what we want to do is extend this award from innovation to innovation and impact. So once again, a round of applause for Chris for the impact of his program. Thank you, Chris. Now, everybody has been sort of struggling with or enjoying, depending on your disposition, the emergence of generative AI. And it's definitely a tale of both for me. Sometimes I struggle with what the heck to do with it. Sometimes I just enjoy making zany pictures and videos and weird poems. But at the end of the day, it's going to be about business applications and taking the tool set that is available now, some of which is available for free or for a couple bucks a month, and bringing that into your workplace is no easy trick, even if it isn't like a dollar, a bunch of money that you're deploying. But the complexity of saying, like, how might we think about this as Comtech to be deployed? And we saw some great examples from Microsoft yesterday. But today we are going to talk about, today we are going to recognize somebody who deployed ChatGPT to improve translation, Perplexity AI to improve benchmarking, and really started to operationalize the use of generative AI in a wide array of workflows in service of better, more innovative communications. And so this year, I am very pleased to introduce you to this year's winner, Molly Rauzi of Gage and McDonald. Molly, will you please come up and say a few words? Congratulations, Molly.
Why don't you stand?
Come on right up here.
Well, thank you so much, Ethan and Tom. I appreciate it, and everyone who's on the committee. I do want to say, I had a little cheat given that I grew up in the world of technology. So when generative AI came, I was very keen to see how to leverage it. But this is more a story around culture and leadership, because generative AI was announced, last winter, and in February we took our digital strategy team at Gagan and completely re-energized and refocused ourselves on generative AI. And the team was so brave throughout the company as we said, all right, we're leaning into this. We're going to look for use cases, look for ways to do this. We had a whole team throughout the organization looking for opportunities, and we have several use cases. We continue to drive additional use cases. Then, as many of you know, in March, we were acquired by APCO Worldwide. And you would think, well, that would put a halt to things. There's a bigger company, more oversight, et cetera. And on the contrary, we were very aligned with our strategy and with some of the things that we were concerned about. Gagan had already trademarked the term enterprise risk stewardship as a way to look for risk and concerns on the flip side of the opportunity that it brings. And with APCO, they brought, they created a whole policy. They have a steering committee. So it actually has accelerated our ability to go forward. So we're looking now at improving the way we operate as a company within the bigger APCO family using generative AI. We're looking at all of our products and services and seeing how we can modernize those products and services using these technologies. And then also, of course, supporting all of you in your businesses as clients of what are the things you need to think about, how do you create your own task forces and policies and things like that, and really think about it from that human side, which is so core to who Gagan is. So how do you set up the culture of innovation? How do you communicate with everyone in the way that you need to? And then how do you use these tools yourself? So thank you.
Fantastic. Can you stay on the stage for just 1 minute? The team, the Page staff, Dan Struhall in particular, but with many little ideas and helpers, have come up with a special honor for you, which is not only a song based on your entry, but also an album cover based on your entry, all generated by generative AI. Could you please cue the music?
AI moment.
Innovation in the workplace.
With lyrics.
With generative AI, she brought forth to life culture and voice. She aligned just right, benchmarking soar through day and night. Molly Rauzi, a visionary's embrace, improved and streamlined at an astounding pace. Generative AI, her secret is work transformed in every space.
Hey, Molly, congratulations. And Chris, we've got one for you too, and we're going to play it at noon. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone who wants to join the band, let me know.
And I think Taylor Swift has nothing to worry about right now in terms of the music.
Pause for a quick photo. Thank you.
Thanks.
Go ahead.